Hello and welcome. Today we are talking Sephora Biba sale, holiday sale. What's this one called? I do not know, but it's a sale and it's coming up and I'm going to tell you my recommendations. So first things first, a little basic information about this sale other than the name because I didn't write down the name and I don't know what the actual name of it is. I'll put it on the screen. So the sale starts on October 30th for Rouge members. Rouge members can shop October 30th through November 9th and get 20% off. Biba, you can start shopping on November 3rd through November 9th and you get 15% off. And if you are an insider, you can start shopping on November 5th through November 9th and you get 10% off. All right, so when it comes to Sephora sales, my philosophy is really that I'd like to recommend things that I feel like are at, a pretty, not the highest price point for everything, but things that cost enough that it makes sense that, you would wait for sale time to purchase them. So that's my philosophy. I always have a full cart before the sale hits of things that I'm like, you know what, I really want this, but I definitely want to save money on it. So that's where a lot of my recommendations usually come from. I did do one of these videos in the spring, so I tried to switch it up and not recommend all the same things this time. All right, before we get into the recommendations, if you would double check, make sure you're subscribed. It makes me happy and it gives you the chance to win a $250 Sephora gift card that will go even farther if you're October's winner because you'll get a percentage off. All right, my first recommendation for the sale is the Natasha Denona Biba Palette. I have been loving this palette. That's no secret. It was in my September favorites. It's just a fantastic palette. If you are someone like me who absolutely adores neutral shadows, you're very basic and that's how you live your life, I highly recommend you pick this palette up. It normally retails for $129, so depending on your level, you're gonna get anywhere from 10 to 20% off, which is just fantastic. That being said, I paid $129 for this and I feel like it's worth it because this is just like a classic everyday palette for me. I absolutely adore it. I feel like these shades are such good true neutrals. None of them pull too warm or too cool. They're all very close to the true meaning of neutral. And as someone who has a neutral skin type, or skin tone, not skin type, neutral skin tone, I really appreciate that. So this is my first recommendation. It's just a fantastic palette. If you've ever been eyeing this, I feel like this is the time to get it. So my next recommendation is the Charlotte Tilbury Walk of No Shame lip liner and Superstar lipstick. I absolutely loved the Walk of No Shame collection. I think the most universally flattering are always her lipsticks. The lip liner and Superstar lips is, oh my gosh, so beautiful. It's a berry rose, so it's definitely a tone that's perfect for fall and also going to carry through into holiday season. So I think it's a great investment for right now. If you're looking for a berry tone lip right now, I think this is a great combo. I'm recommending the lip liner and the Superstar lips because I like to put the lip liner down. It gives me a nice good base. And then when I put the Superstar lips over it, it gives me this nice somewhere between satin and glossy finish that I think looks so sophisticated. It's so flattering. It's just beautiful. And I love that I can get that look without having to use a lipstick, a liner, and a gloss. I really like that. I also feel like because I like to wear berry tones for holiday gatherings. Hopefully we're gonna have holiday gatherings this year, but because I like to use them for holidays and times where I'm gonna be drinking wine and eating, I don't love to use a gloss. So I love that the formula of the Superstar lips gives you that shiny, almost glossy finish. And it's just without the, tackiness or some of the, logistical issues that you can run into when you're trying to drink wine and eat with a lip gloss. All right, my next recommendation is something that I talked about in my fall favorites. It is the L'Occitane Lavender Foaming Bath. You guys, this stuff smells amazing. It foams up beautifully. And I'm recommending it because I know that at $39, although I promise you, this goes a long way. You do not need much of this. Regardless, at $39, that's kind of a high price point for a bubble bath. So it's definitely one of those products that I think is perfect for sale time because it is a little bit of a splurge. It's something to kind of indulge yourself in, you know, but you're getting that like percentage off to kind of help ease the pain of that price tag a little bit. So this is, I can't recommend this enough. Honestly, the scent of this, it's lavender from Provence. I said that in my fall favorites. It's lavender from Provence, you guys. All right, my next recommendation is an exfoliating serum. Now, in my spring VIB sale, I recommended to you guys the TLC from Boost Glycolic Night Serum from Drunk Elephant. I still love this. I would still recommend it. This is definitely, it's a higher price point. It's $90 for 1.69 fluid ounces, but it's really good. And I feel like if you have dry skin or those first signs of aging, if you're around 30 or older, you should definitely have some kind of exfoliating serum in your routine because it's gonna help skin turnover, which is gonna improve the texture of your skin so much. So the big thing I love about this is it has a 12% AHA and BHA blend. So I recommended that one in the spring. I would still recommend it, but the one that I've been using and that I want to talk about today and recommend is from Herbivore. It is the Herbivore Prism Exfoliating Glow Serum. Now this has 12% AHA plus 3% BHA. I absolutely love this. It is, let's see, $54 for 1 ounce. So the price per ounce is actually like almost exactly the same as the Drunk Elephant. Oops, no, it's not. I was confused. So the Drunk Elephant is actually $90 for the 1 ounce. I had the 1.67 ounce, which is like $134. So the Prism is actually much cheaper per ounce. It's $54 for 1 ounce, whereas the Drunk Elephant is $90 for 1 ounce. So if you've been wanting to try the Drunk Elephant, but that price point is way too high for 1 ounce, this is the way to go. But what I love about this is that they tell you the percentage of AHA and BHA. I appreciate that. The Drunk Elephant, it tells you 12% AHA and BHA, but it doesn't tell you like what the split is. This one is very specific that it's 12% AHA, 3% BHA. So I appreciate that. I also love that it has this dropper top. So you can see much better how much you're getting, and I think you can be a little bit more controlled with it. So I just like the bottle better and the method of, you know, getting it out a little bit better. That being said, these have the same active ingredients. So again, I would still recommend the Drunk Elephant 100%, but this is the one that I've been using for like the past, this is my second bottle actually. So I've been using this for a little over 6 weeks now, and I really, really like it. I feel like it's honestly because it is the same as the Drunk Elephant. So it helps with the texture. It helps my skin feel a little bit glowier, and I just absolutely love this. So highly, highly recommend this. My next recommendation is another product from Herbivore. I love that brand. It is the Herbivore Phoenix Facial Oil. This is a rosehip oil, and let me tell you what, this is something that I don't think about very much in the summer or in the spring, but when it comes fall and winter, I have to have this. I'm someone that has dry skin, and the way that I really like to use this is probably like 2 to 3 times a week. I will take a little bit of this and put it in with my nighttime moisturizer. I'll just put a couple of drops in there, and it just adds like an extra little bit of like hydration and kind of renewal, and I feel like it makes me look a little bit glowier the next morning. It's not something I use daily, so this, I mean, honestly, this lasts me forever. This bottle lasts me forever. So at $88, this is a higher price point again, so it's something that I definitely like to pick up at sale time. This does last me about 2 years, just because I use it mainly in the fall and in the winter, and I don't use it every night, and I just use a little bit. So honestly, it will last you so long. I notice such a difference when I use it, and this is honestly, like, I got this bottle in January, so I use this probably from January to March, a couple of times in the summer, and I mean, look how much there still is. Like, there is still so much in there. So this lasts me a really, really long time. My next recommendation, I will have a full video coming on it the first Monday in November, so that's less than a week from now. I will have a full review showing you how I use it, but I wanted to go ahead and plant the seed because I feel like VIB sale time is the perfect time to get this if it's something that you've had your eye on. That is the Dyson Airwrap. I got the copper edition. It is beautiful. It is so beautiful. I have used it to dry my hair and style my hair every day since I got it because I really wanted to have like a full review. And again, that is coming so soon. I just want to make sure it's very comprehensive. I will say, you can see today, my hair is very bouncy. It has like a nice amount of volume. It feels very just nice. I did not curl this with a curling iron. I did not do anything to this that wasn't the Dyson Airwrap. And actually, I just used the volumizing brush. This is solely from the volumizing brush. I'm not kidding. It is so nice. I'm so glad I waited for the copper edition. I really, really, really love it. Again, I will have a full review. I'm not recommending that you buy it off of this recommendation. I'm just planting the seed because I think that if it's something that you've watched a lot of videos on and you feel like you really are thinking about getting it, definitely stay tuned for that review. Have it in your mind because I would definitely, if you're gonna buy it, get it during the sale time so that you can get that percentage off. I think it's worth the price, but at $549, if you can get 10% off, that's $54 off. Yeah, I would definitely go for that. Honestly, in hindsight, I wish I would have waited for sale time, but I think I was really nervous that the copper was gonna like sell out, and that's the only color that I have seen that I am interested in. So yeah, I went ahead and bought it. Oh, I could have saved money. All right, my last recommendation. Yes, my last one. I don't like to recommend like 30 things. Sometimes I watch these videos and it's literally just like 50 items that someone's recommending. And it's overwhelming to me. And then I feel like, do you really recommend 50 items? You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure I could find 50 things in my collection that came from Sephora that I liked, but I like to kind of curate my recommendation videos a little more than that. I like to be a little more selective because I just don't want it to seem like I'm just throwing products at you guys like, oh, buy this, buy this, buy this. That's just not my style. So yes, my last recommendation is something that I have talked about so many times on this channel. It's insane how many times I've spoken about it. It is the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. It is my favorite foundation of all time. My favorite foundation of all time. If you like a medium buildable coverage, if you like a radiant finish, if you have dry skin, texture issues, anything like that, you're gonna love this foundation. And I recommend it for this sale because I know that the price point, $64, is not attainable for everyone year round. But if you can, again, get that 10 to 20% off, I think that it's really worth it to try it out. If you've been thinking about getting it, if it's something you've always wanted to try, I would highly recommend it. Honestly, I would probably recommend it over anything else just because, I mean, for me with makeup, your base is just number one. It is number one. And that foundation is honestly the one foundation that I can count on. Whether I'm having a good skin day, a bad skin day, I have a little extra texture that day, my pores are a little more enlarged, I can always count on that foundation that, you know what, it's not gonna fix a skin issue, like a skincare issue, but it does not ever make my skin look worse. It never exacerbates any kind of issue on my face. It's just such a beautiful formula. I don't think anything will ever replace it because I've never owned another foundation that just I can count on it no matter what. It is never, ever, ever gonna exacerbate like a day where I have extra texture on my face or a day where I have a little bit, more enlarged pores going on along my nose. Like it never does any harm. Honestly, it's like a doctor. It took an oath, do no harm. I love that foundation so much. Highly recommend it. So again, if it's something that you have ever thought about picking up and you're like, but the price point is a little high for me, not sure about it, I would definitely recommend that this is the time when you can get it on sale. You can get that 10, 15, or 20% off. This is the time to try it. All right, that wraps up my Sephora sale recommendations. Let me know in the comments below, what is the number one item that you would recommend I pick up in the sale? I would love to hear your suggestions. I thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me. I hope to see you in my next video. Until then, you take care of yourself. Bye.